There we go. What's going on, everyone? How you all doing? And welcome to the live watch along between Jordan and Algeria in the World Cup, guys, in Group J. Hope you're good. Hope you're fine. Hope you're doing well, guys, this morning. Very early morning, guys. I hope everyone is blessed. Those who are watching around the world, thank you so much. For our start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash a like on the video. All that jazz. That'd be absolutely fantastic. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be brilliant. You are legends. Thank you so much, guys. Look, guys, look, listen, this is an early one. Obviously, both these teams have a chance to qualify for the next round. A must win, obviously, for Jordan. Jordan, not won in 5 games. Both conceded 3 in their first game. So is this winner takes all? Well, it does depend on the last game. They both lost the first game, of course. So it does depend on the last game. What's going to happen in the last game? Will it be Jordan? Will it be Algeria? One thing's for certain. Look, it's not the end of the world if this game is a draw. Let me just tell you that right now. It wouldn't be the end of the world because at the end of the day, it's going down to the final day probably anyway. So it would be great for one of these teams to win, and whoever loses is out. That is for certain. Norway defeated Senegal today. Disappointed with Senegal. I'll be honest with you. I'll be totally frank with you. Very disappointed with Senegal today. One of my dark horses is I did earmark them in potentially being a threat in this tournament. However, they were not good this tournament, and they're out, guys. That's how quickly things can escalate, isn't it? That's how quickly things can happen in regards to football. You have to get results. It's a results business, isn't it? And then you'll be out of the tournament before you even know it. Before you've even put your made your seat warm, you're out of the tournament. Absolutely. But Jordan against Algeria today, absolutely. Brothers are doing it for themselves. Absolutely. This is what it's all about. Jordan against Algeria. Let me get into the lineups real quickly for you guys, and a little bit of insight about Jordanian football, of course, as well along the way. Let's get into those lineups, guys. Now, we've got the goalkeeper for Jordan, Abdullah. Abu Layla, should I say. He plays at Al Hussein. Al Hussein, they are in Jordan. A lot of the team do play in the Middle East. Guys, just letting you know, they do play in the Middle East. They're playing a kind of 3-4-2-1 formation. Absolutely. They got the Ruben Amram tactics out, guys. They got the Ruben Amram tactics. We got Nasib, guys, as the right centre-back. He plays at Al-Zara, who play in Iraq, guys. As I said, most of the players play in the Middle East. Of course, we've got Al-Arab, guys. Not the Burj Al-Arab. It's Yazan Al-Arab. He plays for FC Seoul in South Korea, guys. That is where he plays, guys. Good league. And we got Abu Dahab, guys. Hussam Abu Dahab, to be exact. We got he plays for Al Faisley. Hopefully they don't get phased out of this tournament. Definitely not. They play in Jordan as well, guys. Then you think about the 4 midfielders. Well, the 2 wing backs and the 2 central midfielders there. We say Taha. There we go. Absolutely. He plays for Al Quwa Al Jawiya. Guys, in Jordan, Mahanad Abu Taha, to be exact. My name's Taha Mahanad Abu Taha. That is what it is, absolutely. James Bond. Anyway, we're looking at Al Rabab Noor Al Rabab Day, and he plays for Selangor. Selangor, I believe, do play in Malaysia. There you go. They play in Malaysia. There you go, guys. Is El Selangor. There you go. And then we've got Al Rashtan. Al Rashtan plays for Qatar FC. Gives you a clue. They play in Qatar. And then we've got Haddad. There you go. We got Ahsan Haddad, who plays for Al Hussein SC in Jordan. Lots of players playing in Jordan. You know what I mean? You know, it'd be nice to see some of these players play in the Premier League one day. You know what I mean? Then we got the number 13, Al Mahdi. He plays also the Al Hussein, obviously a very big club in Jordan. Then we got Tamari, who plays for Rennes. There you go, Ray, in France. There you go. I know that team. There you go, guys. Big up. They play for Rennes. And then obviously we've got Owen, not Michael Owen. We got Al Liad Owen. That's what we got, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone who's in the stream, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. And we got the Butterfingers himself in regards to Algeria, Luka Zidane, guys. Listen, guys, there's a problem, isn't it, when your dad's one of the best midfield players of all time and you become a goalkeeper. Someone's stolen all the genes, guys. Absolutely. It's 4-2-3-1, by the way, they're playing. We got Belgali, the right back, who plays for Verona in Italy. We got Mande, who plays for Lille in France. We got Bailey plays for Dortmund in Germany. We've got Ait Nui, of course, at Man City. We've got Badouri, who plays for Nice in France. We've got Saruki, who plays for FC20 in Holland. We've got Mahrez, of course, legend Mahrez Al Ali in Saudi Arabia. We've got Maza, one of my favorite players, by the way, Ibrahim Maza. I think Ibrahim Maza needs to play for a bigger team. I know he plays at Leverkusen, but I think he needs to play for a bigger team, in my opinion. Big up Chaibi, a good one, good player, another good player. Two of their main players, in my opinion, in regards to Algeria, is Chaibi and Maza. Those are the two players, two young, talented players. He plays for Frankfurt, and then we got Guri, who plays for Marseille in France. In regards to the substitutions, guys, let me go through this real quickly. We got Abdullah Al Fakuri, who plays for Jordan, and he plays for Al Wadat, guys. Then we've got Noor Bani Atia, who plays for Al Fuzli again. And then we've got Anas Badawi. Anas Badawi, guys, unnamed football club, guys. Yeah, he plays for them. Definitely doesn't play for Coventry. Mo Abonadi, he plays for Senegal, again in Malaysia. We got Mohammed Abu Ghush, guys, he plays for Al Hussein, guys, in Jordan. We got Said Al Rassan. Said Al Rassan plays at Etihad Al Ramta. Etihad Al Ramta. Let me have a look at this team. See, education all the way through. This is what it's all about, guys. This is what Stretford Post is all about. It's all about the education, guys. It's all about the education. He plays for Ramta, guys. Absolutely. Then we got Salim Abaid, guys. Big up Salim, my guy. Al Hussein SC, of course. Absolutely. Big up Salim, of course. Abaid. And then we've got Amir Jamoush, who plays at Al Zara. Al Zara, of course, is a football team in Iraq. And then Iraq did very, very badly today. Lost 3-0, guys. So many errors, guys. You know what I mean? Absolutely. We've got Ibrahim Sadar. He plays for Al Jazeera in Saudi Arabia, guys. Then we've got Mohammed Abu Hashish. He plays at Zako. Zako are a team in Iraq as well. There you go. Zako play in Iraq. Iraq have a big league, you know that. I see a lot. Let me get through this quickly. Mohammed Al Duid, Alday Fakuri, Rajad Ayad, Ali Al Azayze, Mohammed Abu Zrak, guys. And now, in regards to Algeria, we've got Melvin Mastel, Kasima, Ben Bot, Ashraf Abada, Johan Hacham, Mohamed Tugay, Samir Chergi, Zinedine Balaid, Hussam Oya, great player, Hussam Oya, Man United will lead to him once, Nabil Ben Talab, of course, Yassin Chatroy, Adil Bobina, Anis Haj Musa, Faris Gejem, Ben Bawali. Guys, that's the teams. I hope you're well. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget smashing those likes. And smashing those likes, sir. Smashing those likes, sir. That's what it's all about, guys. Smash those likes. Subscribe to the channel. New here. Welcome to the stream, guys. Absolutely good to have you on board for this very interesting game, guys. You see, with football, right? This World Cup is thrown us some curveballs in regards to different players who play for different clubs around the world. And I think that's a good thing. Of course, it's always good to broaden your horizon and expand the scope of international football, of course, guys. Absolutely. But yeah, what are my predictions for this game? I'm sorry to my good friends from Jordan, you know, absolutely. But I do believe that Algeria will win today. I do believe. Absolutely. Let me just write this down. 1 second. Absolutely. Welcome, everyone. Let me just get this up. 1 second. Don't forget to smash those likes, guys. Smash those likes. Smash those likes, guys. You can do that for me. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's write this tweet. Big up all in the stream, guys. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate everyone who's here today. I really do. Guys, the game is about to start. We're ready to go, guys. That's what it's all about. I hope everyone is good. Let me just read out some comments here. Big up, Jay. Good morning. You're going for 2-0 win for Algeria. Of course, Algeria have all the experience. They've all the players. They're all the know-how in it, the European experience and stuff like that. Algeria have been around the block. But you know one thing about football, you never know in it, because this is a massive game for Jordan, probably the biggest game in their history. Every single game that we go in with Jordan, it's probably going to be the biggest game in their history, isn't it, guys? That's what it's probably going to be. So really, really looking forward to it, guys. Absolutely. Big up, everyone. Yeah, smash those likes, guys. Really important. We get those likes up. Of course, it does well for the international teams as well. Of course, guys, with all the hype and all that surrounding it, of course. Big up, everyone. I'm looking forward to a good game, guys. It's a massive day of football. Of course, we've got Portugal later on against Uzbekistan. We've got England as well, guys. We've got England against Ghana today. That should be a good game as well. So we've got a lot of entertainment to come, guys, today. A lot of watch-alongs. A lot of things are going to be happening today, guys. Absolutely. Can't wait for it. Blessings in the community. I hope you all can join me for everything, guys. I really appreciate you. Really do. Let's get into some proper footy then, guys. It's all about the football. Footy. Football. Footy. Come on. Let's do it. We got the energy. I've had too much coffee, but it's early in the morning, breaking dawning. Here we go, guys. And we're ready for the game, guys. That's what it's all about. Absolutely. Good morning, Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Ephraim in the house. Welcome aboard, my friend, my good man. Hopefully, no corruption today. We're done with corruption. We're fed up with Argentina and their bloody corruption. I'm not interested in corruption today. All I want is a fair game, a fair tournament. That's what I want. A tournament that is fair on every single team in the tournament. No corruption. Absolutely. We're fed up with that. We're fed up with that because at the end of the day, that is what it was yesterday. I saw some very, very sinister things yesterday. And I'm tired of it. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the sinister nature that is going on in our game, man. I really do. I really am fed up with it. Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't mind teams winning. I don't care as long as it's a fair game. And that's what it's all about. And speaking of fair game, you've got two teams here, Jordan and Algeria, which should be a very, very good game, guys. And two very, very, I would say, a game that I enjoyed the Norway. It was a good game. One thing I'll say, Jay, though, I'm very disappointed with Senegal, especially in the first half. I was very disappointed. I couldn't do the watch along. Obviously, it's too early for me. I have to do other things as well. Unfortunately, I would love to do it. You know what I mean? If I was a single man, nothing to do, I probably would do that game. But unfortunately, I can't. You know what I mean? I had to do other things and stuff like that. But yeah, look, I've been very disappointed in general in regards to Jordan, and not Jordan, in regards to Senegal in this tournament. They were one of my dark horses, Jay. And the way they capitulated this tournament is really not embarrassing, but it's shocking. You know, I'll be honest with you, it's shocking. I thought they would do a lot better. You know what I mean? It is a packed house here in guys, the stadium. In the stadium, of course, San Francisco. We're in San Francisco, guys. I just want to take you quickly, guys, to the group, right? I just want to take you to the group. Let me just put this group up the table. This is what the table looks at the moment. Argentina on 6 points are through. Austria on 3 points. Jordan, Algeria, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. There you go. Jordan and Algeria on 0 points. So a massive game. A point wouldn't be the end of the world. However, what I would say is that a win would be a massive boost to either one of these teams, guys. So you know what? But as we know, the top three go up to the next round, last 32. Well, the top 8 or 12 go up to the last 32, of course. So the league, in regards to the top 8 at the moment, guys, the top 8 is like this. We still got Sweden at the top, Scotland, they're still there. I think this has been updated. We got Paraguay, Cape Verde, Belgium, Portugal, Czechia, and Ecuador at the moment. Those are the top 8 right now. But if Jordan or Algeria win today, you know what? It's going to be wide open, guys. It's going to be wide open. There's so much to play for, guys, and so much to believe in. Ephraim says 2-1 to, is it Algeria? Is it Algeria or Jordan, Ephraim? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what, guys. Algeria or Jordan? Look, it's going to be a tough game for Jordan. Absolutely. But football is full of curveballs, isn't it? And you never know. And that's what I would say. So it's fantastic to have Jordan in this tournament. I'm delighted, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Living in the Middle East, to see a team like Jordan in this tournament. And I'm delighted. Some of my good friends come from Algeria. So at the end of the day, best of luck to both teams. And let's see how it goes. We're ready to kick off, guys. We're ready to kick off. We're ready to go. That's what it's all about. We're ready. Jordan will kick off the game from left to right, guys. They will kick off the game. So we're underway here. We're underway in this game, in this Group J encounter, guys. Jordan playing in red, Algeria playing in white today, guys, just to let you know. Absolutely. Big up effort, Algeria, 2-1 to Algeria. Big up, my friend. Elise, what a player since he's gone to Bayern. He just got better and better playing. And Man United could have signed him. And we missed out, Jay, because we snooze or lose. It was always that good. It wasn't that good, but he was always potentially that good. And he's just found his way. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I mean, look, I think Elise is a fabulous player. Absolutely, Jay. And we missed out on him. I think he's the best. Not only we did, Jay, England did. England missed out on Elise as well. Elise could have played for England. I remember when I was living in Croydon in East London. Here comes the cross. Oh, chance at Jordan just wide. I remember when I was living in Croydon in South London. And basically, I knew of Elise. Elise was always good. And Elise lived down the street from me. And he was always going training and stuff like Palace and everything like that. And I'm glad to see his development. But he could have played for England. England missed their boat on that one. Instead, we got Madueke. You know what I mean? England really missed the boat on that one. Yeah, absolutely. And instead they... You know, yeah, let's do this. Anyway, Algeria with the ball. Algeria building that from the back, guys. They're going to be building out from the battle. Obviously, Algeria have more international experience. They're more experienced into World Cup and major competitions. Play in the AFCON, play in the World Cup many times, of course, over the years. Of course, here come Algeria, though. Algeria on attack on the left-hand side with number 15. He gets across in. And it's well defended there by Jordan. Jordan take the ball out of play, guys. Let me just put this up. It's important for Jordan to keep it 0-0 for as long as possible, guys. For as long as possible. Long ball there from Jordan. Chaibi. Well defended again, guys. By that's well defended by Nasib. But it's in the box for Algeria, and it's side netting, guys. It's side netting, and it is Goab. Guri has got to pull it in the side net. Not a good finish from him. Definitely not a poor finish from Guri. And it is, there was a lot of space there. The defender and Nasib lost his man. Haddad lost his man as well, and it was Guri who put it into the side netting. He put it into the side netting. There you go. Absolutely. Big up everyone who's joined me today. Thank you so much for everyone who's joined me. Appreciate that. Missed out a good game against. But obviously the France game was delayed, wasn't it? I heard the France game was delayed for a long time and stuff like that, which is crazy. Well, probably good for me because obviously it's late for me, of course. Absolutely. Algeria keep the ball here. Algeria keep the ball with the goalkeeper. Passing out Zidane. Zidane needs a better game today for Algeria. He had a poor game against Argentina. I mean, absolutely it was a liability. Here come Algeria again. Algeria on the front foot early on. Guys, here is Guri. And it's out for a throw into Algeria on the near side. It's out for a throw into Algeria. The throw-in comes in. Well defended again by Jordan. Yeah, that's it. The number 23 did well there. The number 23 Haddad looks like a good right back, to be honest with you. He's keeping the team. He's keeping Chaibi quiet. That's for certain. There you go. Here come Maza Zaruki. Ben Sabani back to Mandy. Mandy with the ball, taking it forward on the right hand side now with Bagali. Bagali passes it back to Mandy. Mandy to Babo. Manita Babani Bansamani Ait Nori and Ait Nori Chakanori Ait Nori. Here we go. Badoui out wide, way wide to Chaibi on the left hand side. One of the talented players in this Algerian side. Maza and Chaibi are the two players I've earmarked as potential superstars in the future, of course. Big up Jay. Olise, Haaland, Musiala could all play for England. If only, imagine Haaland. You know whose fault that was, Jay? It was Gareth Southgate. It was Gareth Southgate's fault that at least he don't play for England. Gal says Southgate's fault. Elise and Musiala don't play for England. You know, I'm not too fussed about Musiala because but I am definitely angry about Elise. Elise would have been magnificent on that right hand side for England, wouldn't he? Big up, Greg. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Of course, Ephraim. So, is there any truth that Darwin did not sign for? I will speak about it in Breaking Dawn later on today, of course, at 10 o'clock. I'm going to find out all the news about my team. My time is going to be about 9 o'clock my time. I'm going to find out all the news. That's what happens to me. I've only got recycled news from yesterday. So at 9 o'clock in the morning is what I do. I ring my guy who knows people at the club, and I'll get the future of what's going on at Man United. And then I'm going to speak about that, obviously, in the next show. Breaking Dawn will still go ahead, of course, always. It's a corner to Algeria here. Algeria started really, really well, as you expect, of course. Algeria, I think, will it be Riyad Mahrez taking the corner? I'm not too sure. Riyad Mahrez will probably take. Obviously, got players like Riyad Mahrez, obviously championship winner with Leicester and Manchester City in the Premier League. Lots of experience, of course. Lots and lots of experience. Right. All right, you're going to take the corner here. Still 0-0 between Jordan and Algeria in this Group J encounter. Cross comes in. Header. Well cleared. Panic stations for Jordan, but Jordan managed to clear the ball well. Did well there defensively. Well cleared away. I think it was our Arab who cleared that ball there. Throwing to Algeria here. Throwing to Algeria. Good morning, Leeson. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Leeson back in the house. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope everything is good with you. Yeah, look, as the longer that they keep it 0-0, look, I said at the beginning of the show, the fact that 0-0 wouldn't be a bad result, a draw wouldn't be a bad result because then you take it into the last game. But the last thing that a team like these teams want to do is play like Jordan and Argentina and Austria respectively in the last game, having to win. You know what I mean? Because obviously Austria. Look, listen, Austria were good yesterday. Obviously, the decisions against Austria yesterday were very, very suspicious. Again, guys, I just want to clarify something. I want the world to know about this, right? There is a lot of sinister things going on with this Argentinian team. I saw it last World Cup. I'm starting to see it again. Forget about Messi hype. I'm seeing a lot of weird decisions going for Argentina, and the same yesterday. And these have to be called out, guys. And a lot of people think that everything is rosy and all rainbows and clouds and fluffy clouds and unicorns. It's not like that. There are sinister things that go in football. We saw it last season from Arsenal, right? When Arsenal won the league, right? So it's not just in the World Cup, it's in the Premier League, it's in this. Sinister things happen. All I want is a proper tournament, a fair tournament that is not corrupt. That's all I want, allegedly. Not corrupt, allegedly. Do you know what I mean? That's all I want. Now Zidane is not playing Argentina. I bet he started playing well. Now I bet he plays well today. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I was disgusted with his performance. I mean, 3 goals. Messi should have been sent off anyway in that game. He gave a studied challenge to the player, and it's not just about Messi, by the way. Messi plays a part because there is this hype around Messi that he has to win the tournament. Messi has to win the World Cup, But Argentina have been getting decisions ever since 1998. I remember 1998. And what about the hand of God in 1986? We can go through a repertoire of situations where Argentina have been handed games. You know what I mean? England against Ghana will be an interesting game. It will, Ephraim. It'll be an interesting. I think England will win that, though, having looked at Senegal, who are the best in Africa, supposedly. The only African side I've been very impressed with. I mean, obviously, Ghana just about beat Panama 1-0 after 94 minutes. The only African side I've been really impressed with so far is Morocco. They look like a proper team. FIFA will always favor Messi, which is wrong. They should not favor anybody. It should be fair game, right from ground zero. That's what it should be. Fair game. Everyone should have an opportunity. Everyone should be on this, on a level playing field. And in this World Cup, especially with Argentina, I'm seeing a bit of like that. How you doing, brother Hussein? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope you're well, man. I'm seeing a lot of that, and I think this needs to stop. And people think that sinister things don't happen. They do, man. They do. We saw it in the last World Cup. Holland would tell you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they'll tell you exactly that. A dominant display so far for Algeria. Algeria keeping the ball well. Riyad Mahrez on the right hand side. Cross, guys. Here we go. Cross comes in. Infield looking for Chaibi. Chaibi running there. Losing the ball. Well played from Jordan. Well played. Algeria keeping the ball well. Keeping the ball well here. Obviously, Algeria are going to be showing their experience. Bengali throwing. Algeria are going to be showing their experience. You know, there's no substitute, right? I know it's not absolute, right, in football, but there's no substitute for playing in Europe, playing in the major leagues, right? It's one of the biggest things, you know what I mean, in regards to, you know, experience. Because, you know, football in Europe as opposed to football in Iraq or football in Malaysia, it's a completely different world because a lot of these players play in Malaysia, Iraq, Jordan, a couple play in Saudi Arabia. When difference is that most of the Algerian team play in Europe, playing a big league, big teams, you know, and either that or they got championship experience. I mean, you've got like players like Riyad Mahrez, who got like won the league with Man City and Leicester City. Do you know what I mean? So you've got experience there. But you know what? Everyone has to have a platform, and you know, if you get this platform and you impress, who knows? It might create a new generation of Jordanian footballers, and it might create a new generation of teams that might want to sign a Jordanian player, might want to bring a Jordanian player to the Premier League. You know what I mean? That would be, has there been a Jordanian player playing in the Premier League? I don't think there has, but there might be in the future. And this is what football does, isn't it? You know what I mean? I would say. So they've impressed me so far, to be honest, Jordan. They have. They've done well, and to be honest with you, considering it's their first. Here come Jordan. They got a chance here on the attack. They got a chance here on the attack with Owen. Owen passes that out wide. Is this Haddad on the overlapping run? They've got it here. There's a chance here for Jordan. Shot straight at Zidane. Al Tamari, who took the shot, the striker, the number 10. Guys, he took the shot and it was straight at Zidane, straight down Zidane's throat. I was looking at, is Zidane going to let it slip through his fingers? I was like, is he going to let it slip through his fingers? You never know with Zidane, do you? And not Zinedine Zidane, his son. Ronaldo will bang a few goals in today. We're going to see a lot of Sue. Uzbekistan are a good team, though. Jay watched them against Belgium before the World Cup, and they were impressive, got a draw. They're a good team. Look, one thing people don't understand, Ronaldo's 2 years older than Messi, and that is a lot. You know, that is 2 years of football is a long time. Because the disappointing performance against Argentina, I forgot most of them playing in Europe. They do. I don't think they do. I think one thing is for certain the same. Like, Messi should have been sent off. That could have changed the whole game. That is what football's dealt with. Football's dealt with fine margins. Right? Messi should have been sent off. He studied the play. He wouldn't have scored a hat trick. No one would be hyping up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the goalkeeper made 2 stupid errors. So that's the difference. Is that it's the fine margins, isn't it? Wait a second, guys. Hello. Good morning. Okay, just leave it there, brother. I'll come down and get it. Thank you, man. Thanks. Yeah, so I would say that, yeah, look, at the end of the day, you know, football's fine margins. I don't think necessarily Algeria played well. I think mistakes cost them, and obviously refereeing mistakes as well. The referee was disgraceful, in my opinion, not to send off Messi. I know it's bad. You can't send Messi off in the first game of the World Cup, but that's what should have happened. And this is what I'm tired about. This is exactly what I said at the top of the show. I want a fair World Cup. You know, just not forget Beckham in 1998 was sent off against our Argentinian cheating as well and refereeing. You know, we need to stop this cheating in the game. You know, we do. Honestly, I'm being honest. I don't mind Argentina winning the World Cup. I don't really care, to be honest with you. But I want a fair tournament. That's what I want from the beginning. I want a fair tournament, and I want every team to have an equal amount of opportunity to do well, and not having to worry about refereeing mistakes and that. I'll be back, guys. Still 0-0. Still 0-0, of course. Norway versus France next game. Is that confirmed, Jay? Is that confirmed? Argentina will get Cape Verde, they'll get France, Norway. That's what's going to happen. They'll get Colombia or something like that. Hassan, the real talk is knocking stage, group stage, knockout stage, yeah. Doesn't mean anything because most of the time you play against lower teams. I don't think Argentina will go far. Well, you say that, you know. You say that, but if the decisions go for you from the referee, you know what I mean? This is the thing. And if they draw, yeah, Jay, thanks, Jay. Yeah. That's the third game. But they're both through, aren't they? They're both through. It's a nothing game. It's a nothing game. If they're both through, it's a nothing game, isn't it? They're going to probably play a backup team. The next game, it's a third place up for grabs, isn't it? So France won the first game and the second game. They got 6 points, and so did Norway. England could possibly play Portugal in the last 32. You know, that's what we're talking about. I want to see, guys, I am desperate to see Portugal against Argentina. I want to see that. I want to see Portugal against Argentina because I want Portugal to win. And I think Portugal will win. You know, and you know what? There you go. That would be hilarious. But I know that the referee will come in to try and get in the way of that. Do you know what I mean? I know he'll probably do that. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But yeah, I definitely want Portugal to win. They're my second team to win the World Cup. I like Norway. I hope Norway do well. They're very underrated. Well, my dark horse before the tournament. Do you know what I mean? I think Norway will do very well and they go far. I think they're a very good team. Have a strong lineup from top to bottom. And definitely. Ephraim, that would be absolute cinema. Portugal defeating Argentina. Ronaldo celebrating in front of Messi. Come on, man. That's what we want. That's what we need in our lives, guys. Absolutely. We're saying they are playing for first place. Norway screwed. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter first place, second place. You know what? Let me tell you something about it. If England comes second or third, they might have an easier chance to the final than if they come first. Sometimes it really doesn't matter because it depends on the other groups. You might come first and play Portugal. You might come second and play Colombia. You know what I mean? This is the difference of it. And that's exactly what I'm saying, you know. Here come, straight at the goalkeeper. Guys, straight at the goalkeeper. Ronaldo to get the winner in that game. Silence Messi. Like, that was so beautiful. Jay, you just said it. You're music to my ears, man. Music to my ears. That'd be amazing. No corruption. Portugal through. Absolutely. Portugal deserve it. And you'll tell you why Portugal deserve it. Because Portugal, throughout the years, have produced fantastic players. Now, fantastic players. Not just one off here, one off there. Fantastic players. World-class players. You know what I mean? And they've contributed heavily to Man United's success. And I prefer Portugal. Of course, I love Licha Martinez. Of course I do. But at the end of the day, I find it astonishing that Licha Martinez is so fit. Again, like Luke Shaw 2.0, left-sided centre-back. Same thing, you know what I mean? I find it astonishing, you know, that they're all fit all of a sudden for the World Cup and stuff like that. It does baffle me slightly. It really does. But it is what it is, sadly. It is what it is. Long ball here. Long ball for Algeria. Long, it's gone straight to the goalkeeper for Jordan, Abulayla. It's gone straight through to him. Still 0-0, guys, between Algeria and Jordan in this Group J clash. Crucial Group J clash, of course. Portugal have the squad to do it, but the manager shit. Yeah, I don't know why they employed him. Oh, he's a chance for Algeria. He's through. Oh, was it offside? It looked a little bit offside there. It was Riyad Mahrez. You don't expect him to miss chances like that. He didn't even control it. Goodness me. You don't expect him to miss chances like that. But Riyad Mahrez he was clean through there. Cape Verde story of the World Cup so far, 2 draws and could finish second in the group and then get knocked out the next round. It's just a waste of time, Jay. All fair play to them, but I want these teams to play good big games. They're going to look. I would just say that I just want. Look, listen. There's a few teams that don't want to win the World Cup. I really don't. Here come Algeria. Chance, shot, saved, blocked there well by Jordan. There, Jordan win it back here on the right hand side. Is a throw in. They would do very well to qualify, Jay. Absolutely astonishing, right? Who are they playing in the last game? Let me have a look. But it's just a route to just going for as far as they can, isn't it? That's what it is. They're just going as far as they can. But they're going to get knocked out next round. Saudi Arabia. Let me tell you something about that game. Did they play Saudi Arabia? Cape Verde. Let me have a look. Fixtures. Did they play Saudi Arabia? Yeah. Saudi Arabia beat them. And I tell you why. Because Cape Verde will think that they will be able to attack Saudi Arabia, right? And they will have to come out and play football. I think Saudi Arabia will pick them off and beat them. Watch. I think Saudi Arabia beat them. Look, I don't want any of those teams. Look, at the end of the day, what it is, we're not going to see, we're going to see some in the last 32. We're going to see some teams in the last 32 that are decent, some games, but we're going to see a lot of rubbish going through, guys, in the last 32, and a lot of teams will have a bye into the last 16, in my opinion, apart from England probably, because they always like to give England difficult fixtures. But a lot of the teams are going to have a bye in the last 32, basically. I mean, imagine France against Saudi Arabia or France against Cape Verde or something like that. Imagine, it's just whatever. You know what I mean? It's, come on, what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? It's going to be that should be a good game. Hussein, that should be a good game. That would be competitive. That would be one of the competitive games. Here come Algeria on the left hand side. Good play from Chaibi. Comes out here wide to Riyad Mahrez. Of course, Algeria expected to dominate this game. They are dominating this game. They're really dominating this game. We need matches like Morocco against Netherlands. We don't need Netherlands against Cape Verde, or we don't need Netherlands against Saudi Arabia and things like that when they're just going to get an easy ride into the passage into the last 16, because that's what's going to happen. I'm not being cruel, but at the end of the day, I think that's what's going to happen, and then there's going to be a lot of teams. You never know. Obviously, I said in football, you never know, but eventually, you're going to have a defense against attack, isn't it? It's going to be like an FA Cup third round tie, the last 32, and you're going to have defense against attack. You're going to have one team defending for their lives and the other team really going for it. I'm impressed with Jordan in this so far. 0-0. I don't think there's any point of around the 32. I think there's two. I think what it is, there needs to be what they should have. Let me tell you, the third place team should have played a playoff. All those 8 teams there should have played a playoff. That's what they should have done. Not go straight to the next round. You shouldn't be rewarded for coming third in a group. All right. You should never be rewarded for coming third in anything. Right. So what they should have done is played a playoff for the best third place teams, like a little mini tournament in between the tournament, if you know what I mean. Would have been more exciting. You might have got Cape Verde against Saudi Arabia, or Cape Verde against, for example, Curacao or something like that. You might have got something like that. Do you know what I mean? You never know. Big up everyone in the stream. Thank you, everyone who's joining me today. Really good to see you guys. Nearly 1,000 have watched so far. Thank you so much, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Really appreciate you all. Thank you, guys. Let me just put this in. See, this my dinner. I have to pull it in the. I have to pull it in the. We are the ones. Jay, I heard Scotland fans say he would rather Scotland go out there with World Cup at the group stage if he means England don't end up winning the World Cup. You know what, Scotland? Let me tell you something about Scotland. Anyway, Scott McTominay was born in England. Their best player was born in England. So they just need to pipe down a little bit. Excuse the pun, right? Their best player was born in England and didn't play for England because he wasn't good enough. It's as simple as that. And he felt himself he would never get in the England squad. That's it, right? They just need to pipe down, right, and be quiet because their league is crap. Their football's crap, right? Their claim to fame is Sir Alex Ferguson. That's it. All their good players are the ones that play in England. The ones that were nurtured in England, the one that went to the English academies. That's what Scotland need to worry about. They need to stop moaning and actually do something important. I mean, it's embarrassing being British, being associated with them because they're crap. Simple as that. They're crap at everything. Stick your bagpipes at your backside. They're crap at everything. Sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah, look, you know, all the good Scottish people have English accents. Makes me laugh. It really does. You know what I mean? It does make me laugh. Like, you know, they hate, but the banter's good. This is what it's all about. It's about banter, isn't it? But this is the first World Cup for Scotland since 1998. I think it's very important that Scotland learn how to get through before anything else because they just about beat Haiti, by the way, 1-0. For goodness sake, I can get a bunch of lads together from Abu Dhabi and beat Haiti. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they beat them 1-0 for crying out loud. Come on, mate. They're like literally National League, man. If that. Dorking would beat them. Anyway, corner to Algeria here. Algeria dominant, 28 minutes gone, 0-0. Riyad Mahrez was the corner. Cross comes in. Flapped from the goalkeeper. It's going to come back here wide for Guri. Guri, the striker, the number 9. He passes it into Chaibi. Guri back to Guri here. Can he shoot? He shoots. Straight at the goalkeeper there. Straight at the goalkeeper. Yeah, good play from Algeria there, but well, the goalkeeper. They're all over Antoine. They're all over them. Yeah, I expect that, Antoine. It's like I said before the show, they're experienced in their team. They've got players who play all around Europe, Algeria. When you look at Jordan, their players play in Malaysia, Iraq, Jordan. You know, they play all. But when you look at Algeria and you look at their team, they've got championship winners in their team. You know? Sir Alex Ferguson, the last manager to win the ESPL as a manager that is not Celtic or Rangers. What a man! That is a different level, isn't it? That's what we're talking about. That's why he's the GOAT. You know, because that Pep Guardiola couldn't do that. That's the thing. Pep Guardiola could never do that. What Alex Ferguson did, Pep Guardiola could never do that. No, do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. 57% possession. It's not that bad, to be honest. To 32% for Algeria, 52 to Algeria, 32% for Jordan. It's not that bad, to be honest with you. The possession is not as far apart as I thought it would be. Definitely not. But yeah. Big up everyone in the stream. Big up everyone. Kevin, what's going on, my friend? I'll be doing well. Good to see you. Hello, Sal. Which one would you take? Crescencio, Somerville, Bradley Barcola, Man United. Bradley Barcola, mate. More to his bow. More strings to his bow. Better player all round. Somerville reminds me of a cut-in merchant. I hate cuts. Look, guys, I'm getting fed up with people play and cut in and shoot. I like Somerville, though, but you know what I was thinking, Kevin, it's not a priority at the moment. We need to get that midfield sorted, mate. I think if we sort out the midfield, it's gonna revolutionize Man United, to be honest with you, and you're going to see a better defense and a better attack. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think we need that. We got Dorgu who could play left. You know, and let's not have a short memory syndrome here. When Dorgu was playing on the left for Man United, he was astonishing. He hit one top bins against Arsenal. Remember that? I think I'm happy with Dorgu to play on the left. We need to get a left back. That's what we need to do. Get a proper left back who can go forward and collaborate with Dorgu. And that's what I would do. Somerville is not a priority, because if we're looking at Somerville, then we need to look at the right as well, because at the end of the day, the right's just as bad as our left. If we think Dorgu gives me Gareth Bale vibes. He does. He gives me Gareth Bale vibes. I think Dorgu's going to be just as good, and I think we need to believe in him, and I think he can play that left winger position. What Man United need to do is Man United need to fix that midfield for crying out loud for once. Do you know what I mean? If we had not won the FA Cup, I was at that game, Jay, 99. So Alex Ferguson time could have been over. I was at that game. I saw the banners. I saw the banners. That was my first real game for Man United. My first real game is when we played Wimbledon in a friendly. But my first final was the 1990 Crystal Palace, and we went to a replay. Antoine, why is Man United so worried about the money and the price and spinning us around the touch? Because that's what they are, mate. That's what they are. That's what they are. And look, guys, listen, if they foul in this transfer market, I don't want to be hearing any excuses from gaslighters talking about Ineos this, Ineos that. I had to block one yesterday, because the thing with Ineos lovers and Glazers lovers, this is the thing with them, right? You give them a bunch of facts, they give you excuses. That's all they do. They give you, trust me, bruv. Watch, bruv. Trust me, bruv. That's what they do. This is what these Glazer, Ineos, gaslighters do. All they do is give you excuses, what they're going to do, why they can't do that. You know what I mean? How much money they don't have. When we all know what they have. I know exactly what they have. And you know why they're doing this? Because they want to put the goddamn money in their pocket. The reason they want a new stadium is not because they want to make Man United a more attractive proposition. It's because it's a vanity. It's vanity. It's a bit like having a stadium, right? Let me tell you something about billionaires. And I said this yesterday about billionaires. Billionaires love building stadiums. Billionaires love building tall buildings like Donald Trump, Trump Tower, stuff like that. Why do they build tall buildings? Why do they build fancy stadiums, right? Because it's vanity. It's vanity. What Jim Ratcliffe wants, he wants something of himself, not of Manchester United. He wants something that's saying, look at that. Look, they've moved the destination already. They moved the stadium away from an area that would have been better for Man United. Do you know what I mean? We would have had more space. Now they're moving it to a much more poorer area, which is probably going to be here come Algeria, chance. And it's well saved again. It was a big chance there for Riyad Mahrez again. Riyad Mahrez is running through the Jordan defense, but twice now he's been left unmarked, and he's got through, but twice he hasn't been able to finish. Guys, buying land is more important than investing in the team. Exactly that. Invest in the team, Leeson, right? Invest in the team, and then you make money organically. You'll have money. You'll have money to invest into the stadium if you have a successful football team. Do you know what I mean? Here come Algeria. Algeria dominant, as you expect, in this game so far. The same. Is it true, Rafinha rumours that he wants to leave Brazil camp? I'm not sure. I haven't kept up to date with it, but I'm not really bothered by it. It doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. That's Brazil's problem at the end of the day. England can have a situation where Saka goes home. You know? Saka, like at the end, they shouldn't have been brought to the tournament if he had this injury. Listen, you know, the thing is, right, is what I deal with facts, right? I don't deal with, trust me, bruv. I don't deal with Inshallah FC. I deal with facts, right? And when I talk about Ineos, I don't speak of a place of hate. I speak of a place of logic and facts, right? Factually, Nice almost got relegated this season. They had to play a playoff against Saint Etienne to survive, right? They had to play a playoff at the end of the season to survive. Factually, Lausanne of Ineos got relegated. Facts, right? There you go. Factually, they appointed the wrong managers and they put in managers and didn't back them. Factually, right? They gave them 4 out of 10 window. Factually, you know, people warned us about them. Factually, right? Jim Ratcliffe is a Chelsea season ticket holder. He tried to buy Chelsea. Facts, right? That's a fact right there. Now, factually, there's no evidence to suggest that Jim Ratcliffe was a Man United fan, even though he said he was a Man United fan and played on the Man United fans' heartstrings and stuff like that. Factually, there's no evidence to suggest he's a Man United fan, because he's not, right? And that is as simple as that. You know what I mean? Algeria wasting so many chances. I just hope they get the deal done for their sale. Just pay the cash. Kevin, you know, in life, right? right? Obviously, you don't pay double or triple what the player's worth, but if you feel a player is worth paying a little bit extra for, just get the player done. We've done that before. Get it over the line. Because at the end of the day, what are we here for? We're here to have a successful football team, not to have a good business. Business will happen if you have a successful football team. The reason Man United became so successful is because we were a good football team. You know what I mean? Football teams, when you're a good football team, you attract sponsors, you attract a potential PR. Like, what's it? Algeria, goal! Goal for Algeria. Now, goal for Jordan. Goal for Jordan. Sorry, goal for Jordan. They've scored. I can't believe it against the run of play. Jordan have scored against the run of play. I can't believe it. Euphoria here. Jordan have scored. It's a goal for Jordan. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. Against the run of play, the number 21 for Jordan has put it in the back of the net. A great finish with the outside of his foot there. Al Rashdan with the goal. There you go. Al Rashdan with the goal. 1-0 to Jordan. 1-0. Big up, Jordan. They're 1-0 up. Unbelievable. Euphoria. Scenes here, guys. They've scored. Again, Zidane with a very, very questionable effort to side. Let me have a look at this. It was a very, very... poor goalkeeping again. Zidane's crap. That's poor goalkeeping again. He should have saved that. This is the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen. This is the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen. This is what happened against Argentina. This is exactly what happened against Argentina. But no excuses. Well done, Jordan. Jordan, 1-0 up against Algeria, guys. History in the making. There you go. Great goal. Great finish. The goalkeeper was rubbish, but there you go. All the talk is about the land instead of buying it, and went to buy the alternative land, which is in a bad location. And we're going to have a worse stadium. Look, listen, I just stay at bloody Old Trafford. Rebuild Old Trafford, build the football team into an absolute fortress, and then organically build Old Trafford as you go along, like Alex Ferguson used to do when he built the North Stand, or when he built the West Stand, when he built the East Stand, when he built the quadrants. That's what needs to happen. But you build them with a successful football team. I'm pretty certain that Tottenham wouldn't be as bad as they are right now if they didn't play at the new stadium. If they played at White Hart Lane, I guarantee you they'd be doing better. I'll tell you that right now. At White Hart Lane, Tottenham weren't the best team in the world, but they certainly weren't this bad at White Hart Lane. Since they moved to the new stadium, things have been bad. You cannot underestimate how important it is to have, historical legacy and heritage. Our football ground is everything. It's everything. Nico Slot about could be due to injury. Yeah, big player. He scored the other day, didn't he? He's a big player. This goalkeeper is the worst. This goalkeeper is the worst goalkeeper. The Algerian goalkeeper is the worst goalkeeper I've seen ever in the tournament. Ever. I'm being honest. This is the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen at a World Cup tournament. We got about 7 minutes to half time. It is the worst goalkeeper I've seen. I'm sorry, man. It's just an awful goal. Riyad Mahrez with a free kick here. Riyad Mahrez with a free kick for Algeria here. Cross comes in for Algeria. Cleared away. Algeria come forward again. This will be a massive, massive defeat for Algeria, 100%. It'll be a massive defeat for Algeria if they lose this game to Jordan. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Algeria, who have players playing all around Europe. Jordan, who have players playing in Malaysia and Iraq. You know what I mean? And look at, there you go. You know what I mean? Tunisia, Algeria, Senegal, so far, been very disappointing. Cape Verde, Morocco, Egypt have been all right. They've been all right. But that's what you get, isn't it? Jay, West Ham as well. If they were still at Upton Park, I don't think they would be relegated. Exactly, Jay. Yeah. You just look. I cannot underestimate how important history is. Old Trafford was bombed during the war in World War II, right? The likes of Sir Matt Busby, George Best, Bobby Charlton played at Old Trafford, played at this Old Trafford on that pitch. Can you imagine to think about this, right? Imagine thinking about in that stand Sir Matt Busby once sat, right? On that pitch, Bobby Charlton, George Best, Duncan Edwards played on that pitch. The Busby Babes played on that pitch. And this is something I try and drill into people. And it's always the new school supporters that they don't understand our history and heritage. It's always the new ones that, just want to, like yesterday, some idiot come on and he said, oh, we know about that history and all that jazz. I said it yesterday. He goes, all that jazz, the history and all that jazz. But we have to move on. What the hell are they talking about? What the hell are they talking about? This is what we are. This is our heritage. Adversity to the stars. The adversity was 958. And Old Trafford was a big part of that. I cannot believe how people are so excited for this new. If you're excited about moving away from Old Trafford, you are not a Man United fan. You should be disappointed and sad to move away from Old Trafford. You know what I mean, guys? I'm bad up to here with these fake fans. You know what I mean? They don't understand Man United. That, when I started supporting Man United all the years ago, right, the first thing I did, right, I wanted to learn about the football club. I was young as well. Chancellor Algeria, Chancellor Jordan again, it's gone to the goalkeeper. Well, I was young, right, and I still took time out to get VHS tapes and watch the VHS tapes, get magazines, get books, and learn about Man United. These new school chuff monsters, they know nothing about Man United. They look at the stadium, they get excited because it's vanity. It's vanity. That's not what's going to make us a great football team. I wouldn't be surprised if Man United get relegated at the new stadium. Because at the end of the day, look, we're in debt already, guys. We're already $1 billion in debt. We're still $1 billion to 1.1 billion in debt or something. We're going to get a new stadium, probably be in more debt. You know what I mean? And then what we're going to do? Oh, you know what? We have to go easy. What happened with Arsenal when they went to the when they went to the Emirates? What happened to Arsenal? They had to ease up on the transfers, didn't they? You know what I mean? They had to ease up on the transfers. So there you go. Guys, don't forget to join me for Breaking Dawn later on. I will be giving you the latest of Manchester United. Of course, I'm going to get some news about 9 o'clock my time, which is about 6 a.m. your English time, UK time. So I will be getting the news and stuff surrounding Man United around that time, of course, guys. We will be there, of course. We will be there for Breaking Dawn. That's what it's all about. Absolutely. Here comes Jordan again. Playing extremely well now. That goal would have given him a lot of confidence. But let me tell you something. That what I learned, what people learn in football, right? The importance of a good goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is the make or break. We had Onana last season, and we struggled. Imagine we didn't have Onana last season. You know what I mean? Not this season just gone, but the season before. Can the UK government stop the project sale? Yeah, they can. Unfortunately, Burnham, who is the Manchester mayor, he's going to be the prime minister now of England. So. I think he's the prime minister. He's the mayor of Manchester, isn't he? So there's going to be they can stop it. It takes protests, though, Lisa, and it takes letters and things like that, and pressure on the government from the people. That's what it does. Unfortunately, our fan base are a bunch of overly excited, easily manipulated, middle-aged bigots. A lot of them, sadly. And they support everything Ineos do because they believed in Ineos with all their heart, part-time human rights activists talking about Qatar, slandering Qatar, full sale and all that, lies about Jassim Hamid and all that business. That's what they are. And they won't protest. So I give up with them. Look, I hope Man United become a success. I really do. Zara Rui of Algeria's got a yellow card, guys, just to let you know. I hope they succeed, but, the stadium, it worries me. It worries me to death. I'll be honest with you. Look, big teams, right? Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, right? Bayern Munich are the only team that I remember. Here come Jordan. A great tackle there. Is there still a chance? Straight at the goalkeeper. Bayern Munich, the only team to move away from they moved away from the Olympic Stadium to go to the Alliance, right? They're the only team that I've seen that have improved. No, since moving away from their stadium. And the only reason they improved because the Olympic Stadium, right? I've been there. The Olympic Stadium it was an Olympic stadium, and the pitch was too far away from the crowd, and that's why Bayern Munich had to move away from it. It's a bit like Juve having to move from Deli Alpi. But look at Juve. Let me give you an example. Exactly this. Look at Juventus moving away from the Deli Alpi, going to the Juventus Stadium. Look what happened. What's happened to Juventus since? All right. The only team I know in history of football who have gone away from their stadium and done well is Bayern. But Bayern play in the Bundesliga. It's completely different. It's easier. And Bayern have money to buy players and things like that. And that stadium was built with cash, not borrowed money again. You know, they're the only team that I know. But when you think about Juve, in fact, Arsenal took ages to compete, right? If Arsenal were at Highbury, they would have won a lot more. Trust me. They wouldn't have gone 6-7 years without a trophy. Definitely not, right? You think about Tottenham. Look what's happened to Tottenham, right? You think about all these teams that have done well at their ground, but you know, when they move to a new ground, it's not like, guys, Man United moving to a new ground, Man United not at Old Trafford. There's going to be huge pressure surrounding Man United that's this new stadium, right? Huge pressure. Like, we're not going to have the historical heritage. We're starting from ground zero. We're starting from zero, right? There's no heritage Old Trafford. There's no like memories of the treble. Nothing. It's a new ground. It's a new atmosphere. It's a new stadium. That's what it is. And people don't quite understand the magnitude of that. And I look, listen, if we move from the stadium, we move from the stadium, right? Okay. But don't come crying at me when it doesn't go well, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you right now, if Man United played away from Old Trafford, right, last season, we would have got, not the season just passed, but the season before, we would have got relegated. We would get relegated. There's a possibility. Because what keeps Man United afloat is our history right now, especially in recent memory, and our heritage. That's what keeps Man United afloat. Do you know what I mean? Jay, do you think build it or leave it to the next owner to build it? Do you think they will? I mean, this is what they want. This is what Jim Ratcliffe wants. Jim Ratcliffe, the first thing that he wanted when he walked into Old Trafford, he didn't want to build the academy. He didn't want to build the infrastructure of the training facilities. The reason he built the training facilities because it was a deal with the Glazers before the deal went through. So he had all for Ineos to take charge of Man United, they had to spend $1 billion on the training facilities. That was the Glazers' request because the Glazers didn't want to pay for that, right? So for the Ineos to get this percentage, 25, 26% of the football club, they had to build these facilities, right? They had to build the facilities and basically do that. But since Jim Ratcliffe, the main aim for Jim Ratcliffe when he came into this football club was build a new stadium. It was not like build a winning football team. It was not that. It was build a new stadium. Now, one of Jim Ratcliffe's biggest quotes, right, that we live with today was, well, we want to walk to the right destination rather than running to the wrong destination. Well, isn't a stadium running to the wrong destination? Don't you think? Because that is not a priority for Man United right now. A stadium is not a priority. Guys, if I'm unemployed, and I need money to eat, do I go into Gucci or Prada and buy myself a suit? I don't, do I? Yeah, it made me look good. Made me look fine. Would I do that, though? I've got no money. I've got no money to eat. I'm unemployed. Would I do that? Would I go and buy a Gucci suit and a Prada hat and a bag? Would I do that? I wouldn't do that, would I? Because I don't have the money. This is exactly the situation with Man United. The exact situation. We're running to the wrong destination. Jim Ratcliffe is contradicting himself. We're running to the wrong destination. We're going into Gucci unemployed and buying a Gucci suit before we buy food. Man United need to fix the team on the pitch before they do anything else. And organically, you can build yourself a new stadium without having to worry about investors and borrowing more money on a 1.1 billion debted club. This is all a vanity project. This is what it is. Look at my new stadium. Look what I built. I built this stadium. I did that. I did that. I did that. That's what it's all about. That's all it's all about. Jim Ratcliffe, me. Ineos, me. That's what it's all about, guys. I'm telling you right now. Right? And we get people who lap it up. And people will say, well, it's okay because, you know what, we need to move on. I know the history and all that jazz. The history and all that jazz is what we are right now. It's where we come from. These people sacrifice their life for this football club, by the way. And a lot of them played at Old Trafford, right? So I don't brush it off like it's a bloody, you know what I mean? Like something trivial. It's a massive thing, Old Trafford, you know? And this Jim Ratcliffe vanity project, this is exactly the hallmark of it. We bought new land. We bought new land. Oh, let's celebrate. We bought new land. Let's buy some new bloody players. Absolutely pathetic, some people, man. Honestly, some people are pathetic. Let's go out there and buy some bloody players. Let's become a successful football team because this is why we're here. For the football, not for shiny seats At the end of the day, no. For football, become successful, build the club. Simple as that. There you go. Jay, remember when Sir Alex Ferguson made the players change the grey kit when we were 3-0 down against Southampton? Yeah, because he did said the players could not see each other and we wore the kit never again. We had a bad time with that kit. I actually got that kit. Halftime, guys. Jordan 1, Algeria 0, guys, in this game. Halftime. I still got that kit. I got it in London. I bought it. I still got the actual original that I bought it. I got it. My mum bought it for me. At Christmas, because my mum's Christian, by the way. She's converted to a Muslim, but she is a Christian. But what I would say is that she bought it for me at Christmas, and I still got it. You know what I mean? I still got it. We didn't win it. We lost to Liverpool 2-0. We drew with Nottingham Forest. We lost to Southampton. Yeah, we didn't have a good time in that kit. Absolutely. Don't forget, he said, I want to make the club more profitable. The club is profitable, and it will always be profitable. The only reason it's not as profitable is because of him. Because if we had Qatar, and forget about Qatar, if we had anyone who would have purchased the car fully, we'll be profitable. We'll be much, much, much more profitable than we are now. Jim Ratcliffe just stood in the way of profit himself. That's what we're talking about. Do you know what I mean? And it's tiring. It is exhausting talking about it. It really is, because people lap it up. People lap it up. They celebrate little things. You know, they celebrate this. Oh my goodness, I can't believe what I'm seeing. We bought some land. Oh my goodness, mate, I can't believe what's going on. Just absolute nutters. Honestly, absolute nutters. Absolute clueless about this football club. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely clueless about this football club. You know, I would say no clue at all. None. Anyway, guys, it's 1-0 to Jordan against Algeria. This will be a massive shock. Will it be the biggest shock in the tournament? Probably if Jordan win against Algeria. Algeria probably, you know, one of the best African teams, of course. Great team, full of experience. If Jordan managed to win this, it'll be a historical win for Jordan. Absolutely fantastic win for Jordan. And yeah, I'm all here for it. He knows the reason the Glazers are still at Manchester United. I will never forgive them for that. Exactly. And people forget that old chestnut, don't they? They forget they went to bed with the enemy, isn't it? You know what I mean? Absolutely. You know, they forget that old little chestnut there. You know, they went to bed with the enemy. That's what they did. And then you got people coming on the channel last night saying we need to be patient. Oh my goodness. And when they talk like this, I'm like, listen, mate, if you don't understand a football club, go and support someone else, please. I tell them, like, I'm like this. You think Real Madrid, if you tell Real Madrid, be patient, you think they're going to be patient? Bayern Munich, you think they're going to be patient? Barcelona, you think they're going to be patient? Please, please, please. You know what I mean? PSG didn't win a league for 20 odd years, 20, 30 years. They didn't win a league. As soon as Qatar walk in, they're challenging for the league, they're winning league titles. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in, oh, you got to be patient. Mate, listen, Jesus, man. These people, patient with their beer bellies. They never recognize patience in their life. They don't know the meaning of patience and resilience. They don't know the meaning of that anyway. And they're the ones coming in there talking about patience. Please, man. Patience of what? Hiring two managers, giving a new contract to one and sacking them after a couple of months, wasting millions and millions, spending 3 months getting Ashworth and sacking him, making various people on mortgages, right, unemployed. You think that's beautiful? Do you think that's nice? Put the Manchester back in Manchester. Yeah, all this bigotry and things like that. All this, you know, sinister, ignorant sort of viewpoints on football. It's unbelievable, man. I can't. I mean, it just honestly, I don't know, guys. What I just, when I think about it, it just drives me mad. To be honest, I'll be honest, guys. It really does. When I think about it, it really does drive me mad. Makes me crazy. That does make me crazy. But yeah, I hope for the best. That's all I can say. All I can say is that I hope for the best. You know, that's all I can say. But I think it's bleak. Ineos are like an extension of the Glazers. They support the Glazers. The Glazers will never leave because of Ineos. That's it. And that's what people need to understand. You're going to see sooner or later, guys. And they're going to have to admit it, you know? Now, a lot of people said, let's wait till July, the fiscal year, the financial year. Now, look, I want to give you an example of Edison deal, right? The Edison deal was public. Everyone knew about it. Why? Because the Glazers wanted, and Ineos wanted people to know that they're doing business. Oh, my goodness me. Well, let's put aside that it was easy and cheap. Let's put that aside for 1 minute, because I will support him regardless. It's not his fault. But that just gives you an example of that you can do deals verbally and in principle. Right? You can, even if you're waiting till July. The window's open, by the way, but they want to wait till July till the financial year resets, because that 62 million for Semenyo went in their pocket. So Edison has not signed for Man United yet. He will sign in July, but he is going to be a Man United player. They want to pocket the money from last season, the season there, and they want to go on to the new financial year, the fiscal year. That's what they want to do, right? Now, a lot of people are saying, wait until July. You watch what's going to happen in July. Oh, like we did last year. And we got a 4 out of 10 window. Is that what it is? And we managed to squeeze in Senny Le Mans last minute. Is that what it is? I just think these guys are just absolutely, honestly, everyone. We deserve the Glazers. Some of these fans deserve the Glazers. Honestly, I'll be honest. I'll be totally real with you. Some of them just, they deserve the Glazers. I'll be real. Halftime here, Jordan 1, Algeria 0. Fantastic from Jordan. Obviously, it was a backs to the wall performance from Jordan. They sucker punched Algeria here. And Algeria have got a lot to answer for. Algeria needs something from this game. Otherwise, they're going home, of course. And Jordan will live on. Live Jordan. They will live on, guys. You got everyone in this stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like if you can do that. Guys, that'd be fantastic. Thank you, everyone. And don't forget to smash a like on the stream, please. Thanks, man. And I've got a busy day today, guys. We've got Breaking Dawn, as usual. Then we've got the Watchalong between Portugal and Uzbekistan. We've got England against Ghana later on as well. Lots of football coming thick and fast. What other games we got today? Yeah, Portugal, Uzbekistan. It's tomorrow for me, isn't it? Then I'm back tomorrow morning for Colombia against DR Congo. I'm back for that one. Yeah, I'm going to be there for that one. Colombia against DR Congo. And then by the way, from tomorrow, we're going to start getting 2 games at the same time. You know what they do? They put the third game on at the same time. So from tomorrow, we're going to start getting 2 games on at the same time. That's what's going to happen. So we will see 2 games on. But yeah, look, what's the table like with this one? Let me have a look. Group B. So Group B, table. So Bosnia, yeah, Bosnia still have a chance. But yeah, they're the one. They're going to be going out. So yeah, we got Bosnia, Qatar, Switzerland, Canada tomorrow. Because now it's going to start getting into the deciding games, isn't it? It's going to start getting into deciders now. That's what it's all about. It's going to start getting there in the realms of deciders. So that's what it's going to be. One 0 to Jordan, guys, at halftime. You know, it's good. Historic. We got history here, guys. We're witnessing history. Jordan to win the first game in the World Cup. I mean, there you go. I was there. Well, we watched it live. We watched it live. I did a watch along for that. You know what I mean? And yeah, I did the watch along when Jordan defeated Algeria in the World Cup. There you go. Absolutely. Do you remember when Algeria almost beat Germany in the World Cup? It's going to be like that, isn't it? All those years ago. Of course. Yeah, look, now from tomorrow, it's going to start getting interesting. This is when it gets to, you know, starts getting serious because we're going to start getting the final games of the tournament. And everyone is going to be playing there's going to be games at the same time. So I'll be watching 2 games at the same time. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. England will go through, I think. England shouldn't lose to Ghana. I think England will beat or draw against, at the very, very minimum, they'll draw against Ghana. And if they draw against Ghana, England have got Panama in the last game. So, guys, if they don't beat Panama, for goodness me, I mean, forget about it. You know what I mean? But England beat Panama. Do you remember in the 2018 World Cup, England beat Panama 6-1, 6-0, wasn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, I expect England to beat Panama. And I expect them to win tonight against Ghana as well. So I'm looking forward to that Ghana game. I am. Just I feel like some of these teams, Senegal, Ghana, Algeria, it's like a rabbit in headlights, isn't it? They get very nervous when it comes to these World Cups. I don't know why it's very expected. It's a bit like when you think about Egypt, right? I can't believe that Egypt won their first game in World Cup history. You know, in World Cup history, guys. Can you believe it? You know how many World Cups they've been to? For them to win a World Cup for the first time in World Cup history, for them to win their first World Cup game, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So Jordan have Michael Owen playing for them up front, by the way. the number 9 is Michael Owen. OLWAN. Michael Owen. There you go. They got a Michael Owen. Do you think we will start the show live 3 games on Saturday in the Prem? No. I'm lucky that I live here in the Middle East. They show all the games, but it's too much money involved in football that they won't do that. They should do. It's been annoying for me, Jay, over the years, living in England, London, that they never show the 3 p.m. kickoffs and we have to watch bloody Jeff Stedding. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Look, if they want to cancel out IPTV and all these illegal streams and stuff like that, they need to make football accessible to everybody. People are willing to pay, but you have to show it. Anyway, I used to pay nearly £140 a month on BT Sports, Sky Sports, and all that jazz. Do you know what I mean? Right, just to watch football, but I couldn't even pick what game I wanted to watch. Now, the great thing about the UAE and places like this, we got Todd. And Todd, you can pick what game you want to watch, whether it's in Turkish league, Italian league, Spanish league, English league, anywhere in the world. I want to watch that game today. Now, I feel like watching Aston Villa against Everton. Let me watch that one. What's going on there? I feel like watching Man United. Look, what's going on in Man United? And you like that. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. But, you know, unfortunately, they limit you in England. They say, you have to watch this game. That is what you're watching. You're watching Coventry City against Ipswich on Monday Night Football when Newcastle against Man United's on at the same time. That's what they do. Do you know what I mean? This is the kind of thing, for example, that they do. You should have a choice. You should have a choice to watch what game you wanted to watch, the amount of money that you pay. Now, they don't have the 3 p.m. kickoffs because obviously the pubs and the businesses and things like that, whatever it was, you know what I mean? That is that old excuse and stuff. It's ridiculous. They need to change it because it's prehistoric. It's prehistoric. You should be able now, these days in 2026, to watch any game you want. Any game you want. You should be able to do it, you know? Sadly, we still have the 3 p.m. blackout, don't we? And it is frustrating. They said that it's going to damage. Yeah, what did they say? It's going to damage the tendencies at games and all that nonsense. Like, guys, people go to games, have season tickets. They're going to go to games. There's a different experience to going to game live than going than watching a game on television. So some people will religiously go to games. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I've been to loads of Man United games, hundreds of Man United games where it's been live on television, but I'm going to the game and excitement. And there's an excitement that. So that it's just basically an excuse for me. Now, save money. That's basically what it is. They want to save money. But that's what it all boils down to, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? It's about saving money. That's it. We're ready for the second half, guys. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Joby McAnuff. You know, I'm watching ITV. Joby McAnuff. He used to play for Leyton Orient. My local team back in there. He used to play. Yeah. We're ready for the second half, guys. Let's get it in. With Algeria need to obviously create more. I mean, they're not been clinical enough, in my opinion. They haven't really tested the goalkeeper to an extent. Jay, at least we won't be paying for at 8 p.m. on a Monday much next season with us being in the Champions League this year. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The amount of and the problem is, Jay, is that I live in the UAE. I'm 3 hours now, 4 hours. When it gets to winter, when England goes back an hour, in the UAE, the time doesn't change, and it doesn't go back or forward. So in the winter, I will be 4 hours ahead. So those 8 p.m. kickoffs will be midnight for me. It's a good thing because we're in the Champions League. But last season, the Monday nights were so unnecessary. Ben Bourley's coming on for Algeria. Big half, massive half in this World Cup. Massive half for both Jordan and Algeria. There was a beIN Sport before called Al Jazeera that had all the rights to the 5 biggest leagues. Yeah, now it's changed only. No, beIN and Todd still have all the rights. So beIN is still there. beIN owns Todd. Todd is the channel in Algeria, which I watch. In UAE, sorry, which I watch. And they show all the games. The only games that Todd and beIN, Todd don't show is the World Cup and FA Cup at times, but you can buy that for about $20, so it's nothing at the end of the day. $30, $25, $50. But what I would say is that they're still there. They're still there. They still show the football. They're still there. That hasn't changed. If you live in England or the UK, you would understand how frustrating it is. And it's been like that since the beginning of the Premier League and beginning of that time. Do you know what I mean? It's been like that from the beginning. Here come out Jordan straight away on the attack. A good tackle there from the left back of Algeria. Guys, don't forget to join me for the Breaking Dawn tomorrow later on today. They have all the big leads on Todd. They have everything. They have all the big leads. They have all the big leagues. They still have the big leagues. They have all the leagues. You're thinking of beIN and Todd. They have all the big leagues, mate. I live here. They have all the big leagues. They don't just have England, Spain, and France. They have Turkey, Russia, everything. Spain, Italy. They have everything. Simon Jordan was saying he thinks Netflix could one day get all the football. He said it will be the Netflix of football. I don't know, mate. I think someone will have to. Someone will have to buy them out. But the problem is that Sky keep outbidding people and they keep taking the football, innit? And I'm not sure whether this 3 p.m. thing is a government thing. It could be, Here come Algeria. Algeria that's going to be a goal kick. No, is it a corner? It's a corner to Algeria here. It's very finely poised, this game. Very, very finely poised, guys. Very finely poised, this game. It's a corner to Algeria. Here we go. Mia Maris with the cross. Good cross. Chance. Kicked straight at the defender. No, you can get Italian League, Hussein. They show the big games. I've been watching it all season. I've been watching Italian games all season. It's on there. They don't show all of them, but they're on there. I've been watching it all season. But you know what? There you go. $20 a month. Hundreds of games. Champions League, Europa League. It's the best. I live here, Hussein. Well, we have Todd. We don't have BN. We have Todd. TOD. It's different. BN Todd is from the UAE. Obviously, there is a connection between BN and Todd. They work on the same sort of thing, but Todd is a UAE company, not a Qatari company like BN is. Although they do collaborate with each other, like BN and Todd are collaborating at the moment with the World Cup. At the moment, yeah. But one thing we're saying, we're not talking about what happens here. We're talking about Hussein. We're talking about England. I know you don't understand what we're talking about. We're talking about the live coverage in England's different. You know what I mean? And stuff. You have to live it to understand it. But the UAE is great. Value for money is the best, man. And I lived in England my whole life. I'm born in England, and I watched football my whole life. You know what I mean? They're just all right. You get the odd. The only thing I said, and I'll tell you which they don't show sometimes, is sometimes they don't show the FA Cup, right? Sometimes, but I can get access to that anyway. But yeah, they don't show the FA Cup sometimes, but they do show the FA Cup final. But some FA Cup games they don't show. They show the League Cup, and also, you know, on Todd, like on these things, you have the apps. If you wanted to watch Stars play or you wanted to watch Dazen, you can watch them anyway. If you wanted to watch them, you know, in England, the problem in England that if you wanted to watch those games, you cannot have any access to those games whatsoever. They're not showing it, and that's it. The only way you can access those games if you illegally access those games. That was it. And in England, they're putting people in prison for illegally accessing those games. That's the difference, right? They're putting people in prison for it. The person who did IPTV in England has been arrested. He's been in jail for 10 years. He's going to go to jail for 10 years. That's what we're talking about. In the UAE, if there was an odd chance that you couldn't get access to the game, you can watch Todd. You can watch Dazen. You can watch Stars play. They're on the app. Just play it. Pay $10 and watch the game. I mean, in England, you don't have that access. That's what we're talking about. You can't get it. Impossible. Cross comes in. Well punched out for the goalkeeper. Well played, the Jordanian goalkeeper there. Free kick to Jordan. The goalkeeper diving all over the place. Free kick to Jordan. 6 minutes of the second half gone. Still 1-0 to Jordan. It's panic stations. Is it panic stations for Algeria? Could be. Could be panicking for Algeria. Jay, the FA Cup now I used to get so nervous and excited when the FA Cup used to come on, especially when it used to come on like was it BBC One and that as well. I used to get so excited. And the Champions League, Jay, the Champions League on ITV used to be the Champions League. Let's be real, Jay. When the Champions League was on ITV, was not the Champions League better? There was just this, there was just this feeling about it. Do you know what I mean? About, you know, football was just so much like the FA Cup ties were just so much better. Do you know what I mean? It was just everything was just so much, it meant more. I don't know why. It's just the feeling now is not the same. I would say maybe money's got involved, maybe too much money's got involved, but yeah, it's just not the same for me, in my opinion. This game is intense, Antoine. It is very intense. I mean, imagine the nerves on the pitch. Imagine how the fans must feel. Yeah, man, it's completely different, man. You know, it is completely different. It's like no one will never understand how it was. They will never understand because football was everything. Nowadays, people have got social media, they've got technology. No one really cares. They've got everyone, somebody, and and it's just, back then it was just like the football's on. You program yourself, like it was like you program yourself. And you think the football is on, you know what I mean? And, we got to play Wednesday and we're going to play in the Champions League. And it was like that, so there wasn't as many games. Now there's so many games. There's so much, it's just diluted it a little bit. Earthband, the World Cup game is on BBC and ITV. No shit, Sherlock. I am from England, Irfan. You do know that, right? I was born in England, Irfan. You know, I was raised in England. I watched Football World Cup on BBC and ITV my whole life. Come on, man. Jay, I remember Serie A being on Channel 4. I used to watch a lot of Italian football a lot. That was the only thing that was free, wasn't it? Apart from the Division 1, we used to get Division 1 back then, Championship now. There was obviously Serie A every we used to have obviously the program on a Saturday, I think it was at 11, and we used to have they used to show one game on a Sunday. I remember it. Obviously Sky was expensive as well, you know what I mean? That's Sky was the only option if you wanted to watch Premier League football in 1992, from 1992 onwards. But yeah, I remember, was it Richardson with Gazzetta dello Sport and stuff like that? Next time I go to Italy, I've told my wife I need to get a Gazzetta dello Sport newspaper, because I always remember the Gazzetta dello Sport, and you see what's his Richardson? What's his first name? Forgotten. And he used to have a cup of coffee sitting in the middle of Milan where we were sitting, and he would have the Gazzetta dello Sport there in Italian, and he'd be watching it and stuff like that. It'd be like the pre-show of the game on Sunday. So it was like that, wasn't it? You know, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The soul of football. That's the soul of football. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what it was. Yeah, great times. Wouldn't change it for the world. You like to watch BBC and ITV is better, is free in the UK. Irfan, mate, Irfan, if you carry on, I'm going to block you, Irfan, because you know what? I'm born in England. I know that is free in the UK, right? But every game is shown in UAE for free. We're not talking about what's free, what's not free. It's not better in the UK. You know, you wouldn't know nothing about the UK. If it slapped you on the backside, you wouldn't know nothing about it. Right? You know, I've been brought up in the UK. You know, one thing I don't like is like when I talk, it's like listen sometimes. You know what I mean? I was raised in the UK, fan. I'm born there. I know what's free, what's not free. Right? Well, Champions League's not going to be free on ITV anymore. It's going to go on Sky. It's not Sky. It's not free anymore. What about the Champions League? You're going to watch that next season? That's not going to be free. That's going there. You know what I mean? I was born there. I know. Goodness me. It's insulting my intelligence, man. But Todd, for me, having witnessed BBC, ITV my whole life, Channel 4, more value for money, Todd and BN. It's more value for money. They show everything, all the games, you know? And if you want an extra games, you can have Stars Play or anyone like that for a little bit extra money, $5 a month. You know what I mean? Nothing. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. In England, you can't watch 3 p.m. games. That's what we're talking about. You can't watch 3 p.m. games. 3 p.m. blackout is called. They don't show 3 p.m. games on a Saturday, right? That's what we're talking about. And they only show games that they pick for you to watch. You have to watch the game that they pick. If it's a rubbish game as well, you have to watch it. Because that's the game they picked for you. Here, I can watch any game with a click of my thumb, but on a Saturday afternoon, I can watch any game I want to watch. Just with a clip of my remote control, I can just watch any game I want to watch. That's what we're talking about. You know, it doesn't matter. No blackout. Nothing. I can watch any game I want to watch. You know? Jordan on the attack here. It's a big chance for Jordan here. They've got a great chance. Oh, it's a good tackle. He took his time a little bit. Should have shot. That was a great opportunity. Great opportunity there. Oh, that's a tough challenge. That was a tough challenge. We've got about 33 minutes to go in the game, guys. 33 minutes to go in the game. It's still 1-0 to Jordan. Jordan, holding on. Here, they're holding on. Get ready. Having to watch Hull versus Ipswich next season. Exactly, bruv. Exactly. Now, imagine this, right? This is what happens in England. There'll be, for example, Hull versus Ipswich, right? Then there'll be Man United versus Everton, right? And they'll be showing Hull against Ipswich. But I want to watch Man United Everton. You can't watch Man United Everton. Can I pay for it? You can't pay for it. It's not available. You can't watch it. That's the problem. I mean, that's the problem. You know what I mean? And I think, like, for example, if the Man United game was on, I think a lot of people will pay for it. A lot of people they'll get it. You know what I mean? If the Man United game was on, they'll pay for it. Here we go. Here we go. Jordan, another chance. Cleared away again. Playing well, Jordan here. Counter-attacking very, very well. Counter-attacking very well, Jordan. But Algeria, goodness me. Algeria are disappointing so far. Very disappointing so far. Guys, don't forget to join me for Breaking Dawn. I've got live news coming up about Man United, updated news, of course. About Man United in a couple of hours, guys. So I'll be live at 10 a.m. my time, obviously 7 a.m. UK time. I'll be live, guys. So join me for that. Jordan really settled down in this game, though. They're playing well as a team. That's the good thing about it. They're playing well as a team. They're a team, not just a bunch of individuals. They're playing very well. Must be very nervous being a Jordan fan. You know what I mean? It must be very nervous being a Jordan fan, an Algeria fan right now. They're probably. I know how it feels, though. I do know how it feels. World Cup is very nerve-wracking, isn't it? It's very nerve-wracking. I do know how it feels. Here come Algeria, though. Algeria on the attack. Chance. He's got it into the box. Shot over the bar. Mazza with the shot, and he fired it over the bar. Half an hour to go. Still 1-0 to Jordan. It's a good play for Mazza. It's a decent shot, but it just floated over the bar. Too heavy. It was a decent shot. This is when it starts getting nerve-wracking, isn't it? It starts getting nervous. Jordan and Algeria. Jordan must be, the fans must be incredibly nervous for this. I know how it feels, man. I really do. Don't forget to join me for Breaking Dawn. Also, I've got the Watchalong Portugal against Uzbekistan later on, guys. And England, Ghana as well. So don't forget to join me for those. And tomorrow I've got Colombia in the morning, early morning. Got Colombia. So don't forget to join me for that. It's busy. It's non-stop, guys. It is busy. You know what I mean? It's very busy with these games. It's a very busy period. Lots of games. Here come Jordan on the left-hand side. A little bit of space here. Can he get the cross in? Gets the cross in. Oh, it's well cleared again. And shot. Oh, good strike. Just over the bar, guys. Just over the bar from the number 8 there. Very, very good strike there, but just curled away from it from Al Rawabadeh. Rawabadeh was that was good. So I'm impressed. I am very impressed, honestly, with some of these players for Jordan. I am very impressed. I would love to see some of them come into Europe. You know what I mean? And play for some big teams, you know what I mean? Because they are better than, the teams that they play for. It's just they're undiscovered. This is the thing about football. A lot of players are undiscovered, and that's the thing. And they never get discovered because they play in certain leagues. It's a bit like the Cape Verde goalkeeper, for example. Nobody knew who he was, until the World Cup. You know what I mean? I never forget when France played Senegal back in 2002 World Cup, just at the beginning of the 2002 World Cup. And nobody really knew Senegal, nothing about Senegal at that time. And Alif Diao and El Hadj Diouf shone in that tournament. And obviously they ended up going to Liverpool, and then from that moment when they went to Liverpool, their players started obviously going all around Europe and stuff like that. And yeah. That's what happens. Luis Figo moved from Barcelona to Real Madrid was one of the most hated transfers I've seen. It was probably the most hated transfer. Obviously, Sol Campbell going to Tottenham. Chance headed straight to goalkeeper. Ben Booley with the header, and it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. Meat and drink for the goalkeeper there. This is not happening for Algeria right now. Algeria need to do something. Will a draw be good enough for either of these teams? It's going to put pressure on the last game. It's going to be a must-win in the last game for both these teams. If it's a draw, it's a must-win. Of course, I think Algeria, don't they play Austria? Jordan will be playing Argentina. Argentina are through. Will Argentina take their foot off the pedal? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to say, isn't it? It's hard to say. But anyway, Algeria with the ball. Algeria playing the ball well. We got about 27 minutes of the game to go here. Foul for Algeria. Abu Dahab is a yellow card. See what they can do with this one. Riyad Mahrez with the free kick. Morning, Bobby. Legend. What's going on, mate? Hope you're well. Riyad Mahrez is going to be taking his free kick here. Still 1-0 to Jordan. Jordan are giving a good account of themselves here, but Algeria, they need to do something. They need to get a goal to stay in the tournament. Otherwise, they're going home early. They're going home early. I'm waiting for this Riyad Mahrez free kick. It's going to take the free kick. It's waiting for an age to take this free kick. And the free kick comes in, headed wide over the bar there. Not what Algeria wanted, not what the doctor ordered for Algeria. Still 1-0. Still 1-0. Cleared away. Goalkeeper's done so well. The Jordanian goalkeeper's done so well. Is Messi better than CR7 or is he playing in a bad team? I think CR7's better than Messi at his peak. CR7's 2 years older than Messi. Let's not forget. I think Messi's had a lot of favoritism from referees, a lot of corruption. A lot of stuff is going on with Argentina, which is really bad. And I would say that because of politics, Argentina get favoritism. And I think Ronaldo at his peak was the best player in the world. This Messi hype train is ridiculous. People like gassing this stuff, man. Honestly, it's like, we know he's a good player, but the way they go on. Now, I asked the question, what did Messi do when he left Barcelona? Club football. Let's talk about club football. What did he do? Nothing, right? So, what do you think of Lee Sharp when he played for us? Skillful, classy, good left winger, challenged Giggs for a time. Giggs had to fight with Lee Sharp for that starting place at the beginning. Unfortunately, lifestyle got the better of him. Partying and stuff like that got the better of him. I never forget that goal against Barcelona, the little back heel, the 2-2 draw at Old Trafford. An unbelievable player. Went on to Leeds, went on to Sampdoria and teams like that. Good player, good pro, but just played for Man United, and a big part of our history, to be honest with you, because obviously he did play in that period there, where Man United won the league for the first time in 26 years, and he did play in that team, and I'll always remember that. But his lifestyle, when the more famous Man United got, the more better they got. It got the better of him. Header, goal! Algeria have equalised. Goal for Algeria. They've equalised, guys. The game on. Game on, game on. It's 1-1. It's 1-1. And it is Ben Booley. Is that the substitute? Who's got the goal, guys. Ben Booley with the header. A good header. A towering header. 22 minutes to go. The manager for Jordan looks like Arteta 2.0. Goal for Algeria. Really good header. Beyond the reach of the goalkeeper. It was a really good header, to be honest with you. That's a proper towering header. No chance for the keeper there. Yeah, it sort of came off. Yeah, it's a good header. It's a good header. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's 1-1. Game on. Game on. It's 1-1, guys. It's 1-1. This will take it to the last game of the not last game of the season, but last game in the group. This will take it to the last game in the group. All to play for. Of course, Jordan will be playing Argentina and Algeria will be playing Austria. This group is wide open. It's all to play for, man. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. The chance for Algeria again is the last thing. This last thing that Jordan wanted. They don't want to collapse again. They unfortunately lost against Austria, didn't they? Something similar. They don't need to collapse now. Need to keep if they keep their composure, they'll be all right. Just don't lose it, because obviously then you're out, isn't it? You're out if you lose this. There's no chance. Big up everyone, guys, in the stream. Smash those likes, please, guys. Back with the goalkeeper. Just, yeah, the most important thing for Jordan to do is just keep it calm, keep it, flowing. Come Algeria again. Algeria in the attack. Algeria are going to be pressing now. They're going to be looking for that winner. As we stand in this group, guys, at the moment. As we stand in this group, we got Argentina, Austria, Jordan. So if I share this with you, this is how the league is looking at the moment. So this is the group as we stand. As we stand, this is how it will look. You've got Argentina, Austria, Jordan. Jordan and Algeria have 1 point. Austria have 3 points. So basically, the problem is that obviously Algeria will be playing Austria and Jordan will be playing Argentina. So this is going to be close. The key is, if some miraculous thing happens and Jordan beat Argentina and Algeria beat Austria, then you've got a different outlook on this group. But, there's a lot to play for, definitely. A lot to play for. Man, this keeper, it irritates me. What, the Zidane one? Or if the Algeria manager wants to have a chance, he should drop Zidane. The problem is, this is the thing, Hassan, isn't it? It's the thing, bro. He's Zinedine Zidane's son. This is the favoritism thing I was talking about, isn't it? It's favoritism. That's why he's in the team. It's simple favoritism. He's not the best goalkeeper in Algeria. That's what we're saying. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be playing for Algeria. I mean, he's awful. He's an awful goalkeeper. One of the worst I've seen. Free kick, Riyad Mahrez on the left-hand side. Riyad Mahrez takes a free kick. Takes it short. Shot. Straight at the goal. Well held from the Jordanian goalkeeper. The Jordanian goalkeeper's not bad. He's not bad. Massive day of football today, guys. Massive day. We've got Portugal, Uzbekistan, England, Ghana. England could go through. Hydration break here, guys. England could go through if they defeat Ghana. They will go through. And it's up in the air who England play. Obviously, dependent on obviously if Portugal win today. England played the third place team in Portugal's group. So basically, England could possibly play, but I expect Portugal to beat Uzbekistan today. I expect that to happen today. So if Portugal beat Uzbekistan, Portugal have 4 points. Colombia playing DR Congo. If Colombia win, I bet Portugal to come second in this group. So that would mean England could play DR Congo in the last 32. I think England will play DR Congo. That's how I think it would go. It's either that or they're going to play Colombia. I think Portugal will still win this group. Looking at the fixtures, I still think Portugal will win this group. I think Portugal will win the next 2, and they'll have 7 points. So England could probably play DR Congo or Colombia, which I don't think is... I think they prefer to play DR Congo, but Colombia, 15 minutes to go here, guys. 15 minutes to go. Still 1-1 between Jordan and Algeria. Here. Yeah, the only way England can play Portugal is if Portugal come third in the group. I don't think they're going to come third in that group. No way. But one thing I would say about these tournaments is that to be the best, as I said, you've got to beat the best, and that's how it should be. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And yeah. So tomorrow we got Colombia against DR Congo, of course. Today we got two games today, of course, in Portugal and England, obviously. Massive games coming up. Started to get into the nitty-gritty, the seriousness. Bosnia against Qatar tomorrow. It's all to play for. 2 games of Switzerland against Canada. It's basically winner takes all, isn't it? It's basically winner takes all from now on. It's a substitution for Algeria here. And a substitution for Jordan as well. So the substitutions for Algeria and Jordan, basically, we've got, let me have a look. We've got Mohamed Al-Mahdi's coming off for Jordan. Oder Fakouri's come on. For Algeria, Riyad Mahrez has come on, the experienced player, and Anis Haj Musa has come on for Algeria. Anis Haj Musa, who plays for Feyenoord. Guys in Holland. So he's come on for Algeria. That is what it is so far. 13 minutes to go in this game. 1-1. 1-1. 13 minutes to go. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today, by the way, for this early morning kickoff for me. But thank you, guys. Don't forget to smash a like. If you can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Join me in a bit, in about an hour and a half for Breaking Dawn, of course. I'll be here live for the latest Manchester United news, of course. Someone told me yesterday, why are you talking about club football when the World Cup is on? I mean, people are crazy, isn't it? This is the time of the season where you talk about club football the most, because this is the time of the season where things are happening transfer-wise and things like that. I mean, goodness me. And it's a big summer for Man United. Here come Algeria. Algeria looking to win the game. Sliced by the Jordan player. A little bit of calamity in the defense there. Chance for Algeria. It's in the box. Can he get the cross in? Corner to Algeria. Corner to Algeria here. They're starting to get a foothold, Algeria, to be honest with you, in this game. They're starting to get they're starting to get control of this game. Now it's a goal kick, and it's a goal kick taken by Jordan. Algeria the attack. Algeria again finding those little pockets of space in the middle. Obviously, with Mazza and players like that, dangerous. Guri up front hasn't really done anything. I haven't seen him much in this tournament, to be honest with you. He's a striker for Algeria. Number 9. Still 1-1. But you can see the lack of quality in regards to, I'm talking about Algeria. I don't know if it's their team shape or they got some really good players. There's always something missing with Algeria, like in regards to their team. I don't know whether it's a belief thing or something like that. It's just, it doesn't seem like they're a bit disjointed here. But here come Algeria though. Chance. Could it be 2-1? It's a good block. It's a good block by Jordan. And the final player is making an impact already. Corner to Algeria here with 79 minutes on the clock. Jordan are really holding on at the moment. Do you think fitness will tell? Do you think there'll be a fitness problem? Algeria with a corner kick. Cross comes in. Punched well by the keeper there. It's come out wide here, left. Algeria pressing here. And that's a goal kick. It's a goal kick to Jordan. The goal kick to Jordan. Oh, he's looking for a penalty there. That would be soft. Come on. Can't give a penalty for that. One back by Jordan. Jordan defending well. Nice little back heel from Algeria. Algeria here on the right-hand side. Chaibi. Can they make something happen here? Is it going to be another corner? It is. It's another corner to Algeria here. Substitution has really made an impact. 9 minutes to go in this game. Let's not forget, nobody is out. Even if this is a draw, nobody will be eliminated today. It will go down to the last game. Jordan will play Argentina, and Algeria will play Austria in the last game with everything to play for. The final 3 positions in that final 2 positions in that table are up for grabs. Cross comes in. Header. Chance. 2-1 to Algeria. They've won it at the death. I can't believe it. 2-1 to Algeria. Algeria has scored 2-1. Jordan's dream is coming to an end. 2-1 to Algeria here. Good turnaround from them. I think the problem is, I think that, they're very, what I've seen so far of this tournament with Jordan is that they're very poor on corners. I mean, is that offside? No. It's just quality told in the end. If you watch the Austria game, I don't think Algeria wanted it more, Gregory. You think Algeria wanted it more than Jordan, the first World Cup in their history? They just got better quality, mate. There's a difference between playing in Europe and playing in Iraq. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. You know what I mean? what I've seen of this tournament so far is that Jordan are very poor at set pieces at the end of the day. And Austria scored a couple of goals from set pieces, and that's where they struggle. They're just not good at it. And Algeria played on it, and that's what it is. Not that they wanted it more. Goodness me. We're checking the goal anyway for offside right now. We're checking a goal for offside. They're trying to say offside. Or handball. What is it? Let's have a look here. I don't know what they're appealing for. Is it handball? It's not a handball. What we're looking at here exactly? Is it offside? Is it handball? Or what is it? No. It's a goal. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know what they're looking at there. Jordan need to go for it now. They need to go for it. They need to take some risks. Really go for the game now. Just kick that ball forward. Get that ball forward. Long balls are going to be coming up. We've got 6 minutes of normal time to go plus injury time. They need to go for it, Jordan. Algeria, of course. Algeria being the better side in the second half. Obviously, with nerves and stuff like that, that does set in when you're playing in the World Cup. There must be very, very anxious and nervous times for Jordan in this half. Of course, it's not easy playing in the World Cup, you know, for the first time in your history, basically. You know what I mean? So it isn't easy, you know, and obviously there'll be a lot of nerves and stuff. But definitely one thing I'll say about Jordan is set pieces. I watched the Austria game. They really, really lack on set pieces. It's almost offside, isn't it? It's just he plays him on just by, is it off? His arm is on. It's so close. I don't think you can give offside for that. So close. But Algeria are ahead. And Algeria will be on 3 points in this group. Jordan be on 0 points. Jordan be out. Austria be on 3 points. Argentina qualify for 6 points at the moment. That's how it stands right now as we are. It's going to be a foul for Algeria. Algeria be looking to hold on here. They might even get a third. Remember, guys, goal difference can be a big factor in the third place qualification with the top 8 out of 12. Obviously, goal difference would be a huge thing. If you can, the more goals you score, the more opportunity you get to qualify. You know, even if you have 3 points, but it does look like you need 4. It does look like you need 4 points. Algeria will play Austria in the last game. Of course, it's going to be a game that Austria and Algeria be wanting to qualify. Of course, maybe a draw might be enough for both of them in that final game against Austria for Algeria. Maybe a draw, but they'll both have 4 points if they draw. This is why this game, goal difference is very important. If Algeria can get another goal, that could be the difference between them qualifying and not qualifying. So throw-in for Algeria. We've got 3 minutes left plus injury time. Substitution for Algeria, just to let you know that Hedgedam has come off. Come on, Ryan Al-Nouri of Man City has come off. In regards to that, and Zinedine Balaid has come on. Amin Ghouri, the striker, has come off for Algeria. In regards to Jordan, Mohamed Abu Hashish has come on, and Mahanad Abu Taha has come off, guys, as we speak. So we've got about 2 minutes to go plus injury time. There'll be a little bit of injury time, of course, with the hydration breaks and all that. Can Jordan equalize? Can they equalize in this game? Here come Algeria, though. This is the problem. They're going to be conceding on the counter attack. The substitute here, Ben Bawley, he's come. He's done incredible. Not Ben Bawley. The substitute for Algeria has done incredibly well since he's come on. He's done very well. It is Haj Musa, the final player. He's done very well for Algeria since coming on. He's made a huge difference on that side. More pace. Riyad Mahrez, not a good game from Riyad Mahrez, in my opinion. 24-year-old Anis Haj Musa has come on. He's taken another corner for Algeria here. Cross comes in. Header. Chance. Good save from the keeper. Almost another goal. You see what I mean about the set pieces? Every time that Algeria take a corner, it's dangerous for Jordan. They look like they're going to concede. Every time they take a corner. It's out for a throw-in for Algeria. Let's see how many minutes we got added on. It's nearly a chance. It was another nearly 3-1. There's a good save from the keeper. Obviously, like what I would add is that obviously when Jordan, you look at their team, there's no players that actually play in Europe. There's one who plays for Rennes in France, one player. With Algeria, every single one of those players are playing in the major league, but a couple are playing in Saudi Arabia, maybe one or two. But most of them play in the big time in England, in France, in Italy. Most of them play in the top division, and I think this is a very important aspect and context in regards to these type of games. You know. Well, one back by Algeria. Jordan are fighting, but they just can't. They can't get the ball forward. They can't create a chance. We got 7 minutes of injury time. 7 minutes of injury time in this game. 7 minutes. They got 7 minutes. They have to go. They have to go for it now. They just have to push everyone forward and try and risk. Try and risk conceding another one. They just have to push forward and Bobby, get that ball for. They're making substitution. I think they're making an attacking substitution here. Yeah, the number 7's come. Number 17's coming on, and number 7 is coming on. There. It will make it interesting. They just need to get that ball forward. Obviously, a lot of running in this game for Jordan. They're absolutely knackered, but I mean, they just need to get that ball forward. Let's see if they can do something about it. Okay, so coming on for Jordan, guys, is Salim Abad and Hussam Abu Dahab is come off. Mohammed Abdul Razak is come on, and Ali Liad Owen has come off. Cleared by Algeria here. Still 2-1 to Algeria. Jordan really needs to get hold of that ball. We've got 5 minutes of injury time to go. They really do need to get hold of this ball. And try and get the ball forward. Here come Algeria again. Algeria on the attack again, looking for the third. This could be an important third. If they get a third, it could be important. Going into that last game, the goal difference is going to be so important with this third place thing. In theory, maybe a draw against Austria might be enough for Algeria. But they'll be looking to win that game to qualify. 4 points is the absolute minimum to qualify, but obviously goal difference will play a part because there's 8 teams. Probably a lot of those teams will get 4 points, I would have thought. Chance on the right-hand side for Jordan. Jordan looking to equalise here. Must be nervous, very nervous for Algeria. Algeria needs to stay calm here. They need to stay calm. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, the goal obviously come from a corner. It's always going to come from a set piece. I think Jordan's biggest weakness is the set pieces. Jordan, they're starting to press a little bit here. They need to get something. They need to try and create a chance, one chance for the end of the game. That'll make it very interesting in the last game of the group. Very, very interesting. Obviously, with Argentina already through, Argentina going to finish top of the group. They're already through. Will Argentina take the foot of the pedal a little bit? Who knows? You know? Two minutes to go. Just a massive win for Algeria in the World Cup. Massive, huge win. Long ball. Obviously, the substitute I feel has made the biggest impact is the Feyenoord player who came on. Two minutes to go of injury time. Don't forget to join me, guys, for Breaking Dawn in a bit. Mazza, impressive Mazza. Mazza's one of my favorite players. I think Mazza's a good player. He needs to go to a different club. 100%. So corner to Algeria again. The last thing that Jordan need is an opposition corner. They need to get that ball further forward. They haven't really created anything. It's the thing. They haven't really created anything since the goal, but they have got a chance now to get that ball forward. The goalkeeper's got to push, get up, and get that ball over to the top, to the men up front. It's the throw-in though to Algeria. Yeah, this would be the end for Jordan, but they could be proud of themselves. They haven't. No, they'd be proud of themselves. They haven't been like Tunisia, who've been losing like 5 and 6s and stuff like that, or Saudi Arabia, more established teams in the region. You know, they more established. They should be proud of themselves. They haven't been annihilated. Go out there like last game against Argentina, and you never know what the group may think. Go and beat Argentina. It's not over. You know. It's going to be difficult, we know, but mountains are there to be climbed. Cross comes in for Jordan. This is what they need to do. They need to get it in the box, but they're not getting it into the box enough, in my opinion. Definitely not. Sometimes you just need to go route one. Sometimes you just need to go route one and just go for it. Here we go. Algeria, though, the ones that are attacking at the moment. The time is almost up. It's almost full time. Literally seconds left. Full time, guys. Full time. 2-1 to Algeria. The game is over. Algeria had defeated Jordan by 2-1. It's Algeria who have 3 points now. And it goes down to the last game between Austria and Algeria to see who solidifies the qualification for the next round. Obviously, a draw might be enough in that game, depending on the results in other games. Obviously, the top 8 go through. The top 8 third places go through. So if we look at the actual table of these two teams now, so let's have a look at this table. So let's have a look. So let's add this. The table looks like this now, since this is how it looks. So Argentina obviously going through, already through. Austria on 3 points. Algeria on 3 points. Algeria have a minus goal difference, so Austria have an advantage. So really and truly, Algeria need to go out there and try and defeat Austria. It is between Austria and Algeria now. Jordan are out. They are out of the competition. And now it's between Algeria and Austria in this tournament. Well played to Jordan, I would say, on that note. Well played to Jordan. Didn't get embarrassed like some teams. If we look at the third place league at the moment, this is the third place league as we stand right now. Algeria are as we currently third in that third place league, along with Sweden, Scotland. They are third in the third place league. There we go, guys. That's how it is as we stand, of course, guys. Guys, thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I really appreciate everyone today, man. Really do. Thank you. I will be back in about an hour for Breaking Dawn. Join me for Breaking Dawn. I'm going to get the latest and the greatest news about Man United, of course, guys. And here we go again. Another day, another transfer rumor. And we have to talk about this club because we've got a lot to talk about. Absolutely. Take it easy, guys. Thank you. Jordan lose 2-1 and go out of the World Cup at the first hurdle, guys. Unlucky for Jordan. They played well. They didn't get embarrassed. The first World Cup, they should be proud of themselves, I would say. And it's not easy in these competitions, absolutely. Only one team wins. But at the end of the day, you competed and you didn't get slapped up. You've done very well. Go out there and beat Argentina. That's what you do, guys. Absolutely. Have a good day, everyone. See you in an hour, okay, for Breaking Dawn. See you in a bit, guys. Take it easy. Peace.